is the J.D. Murphree Wildlife Management Area, and it's summer in the marsh. This is one of the best places in Texas to hunt alligator.
Alligators usually have a small area that they'll use, so you can kind of keep an eye out and set your line where you actually see an alligator.
Every September, 100 or so lucky Texans get drawn to hunt gators here.
The J.D. Murphree Wildlife Management Area is roughly 24,000 acres of wetland habitat. If you don't know your way around the J.D. Murphree WMA, it can be difficult to get around. Everything at times kind of looks the same. And it's in a part of Texas that a lot of people have not explored before.
That's definitely the case for these three. Meet Spencer Burke, Scott Moore, and Terry Skull.
Yeah, he was just right here. Looked like about a 7-footer probably. The area that we're hunting in, it's a vast bayou of swamps and marshes with canals running through. The adrenaline rush is way more than deer hunting or anything else, because you're after something that can actually get you.
There's one probably about 10 foot and two 7-footers right up here, about 150 yards. We're gonna try to put a set.
Spencer has hunted gators before and is taking Terry and Scott out for the first time.
Come up here trying to sneak up on some alligators and see how big they are.
See if there's any slides or tracks.
You gotta run right here. So it's coming right up here.
Well, we do alligator hunting because it's just something unique. It's different.
There he is. Pretty good one too.
We're out in sort of a harsh environment with the swamps, the mosquitoes, the alligators, the snakes. It's something you just can't do every day. I like this over here.
It looks pretty good.
Using a long cane pole,
He's almost got it.
the idea is to attach the bait to a roped hook and dangle it just above the water.
How high does that look? 24 inches? No.
That's too high. That's way too high. If you put it too low to the water, the small gators will knock it down, or even turtles can get to it. That's good.
Perfect.
I think this spot's good. We got the wind direction that'll carry the scent down the canal, and we've actually got a gator down there looking at us right now.
Mr. Alligator's down there just waiting for us to leave so he can get snack time at 3 o'clock. I like it. Good job, Terry.
Deeper into the marsh, Spencer and Terry set up their poles.
I don't know, kind of get excited. Never been gator hunting before. Come out here and see probably 10 gators so far. You know, you see them on TV and see the alligator shows, and this is exactly what it looks like, where they're traveling in and out of.
Our bait is chicken thigh quarters.
Those smell savory.
It's savory, that's for sure. And we let them sit out in the sun for a day or two, and they've got quite ripe.
Upwind's better than downwind when you get those things out.
I like putting my bait about 18 inches above the water. Hopefully we'll catch a little bit bigger gator.
Oh, that
Hey,
smells terrible.
I offered y'all some of this stuff.
Man, that is putrid looking, man. It stinks.
That's gonna get one.
Yep.
Hopefully we've got them high enough where we'll get some big gators, and we'll go see what we got when we get out there tomorrow.
In September of 2008, Hurricane Ike bore down on Texas. The hurricane not only wiped out parts of Galveston and the upper Texas coast. About 100 miles to the east, a storm surge hit J.D. Murphree with a wave of salt water.
It was real eerie the day after Ike. You know, you go out, there was no birds, there was no frogs, nothing. You couldn't hear, it was just complete silence. It was kind of nerve-wracking. It killed alligators for months after, you know, Ike landed, and it just devastated the landscape.
But over time, J.D. Murphree has recovered. Now this coastal marsh is back. Prime habitat for not just alligators, but for wading birds and wintering waterfowl. Biologists gauge the gator population by checking nest success.
Well, the nest is over here, and it looks like there's a few gathered up over here. Usually they stay by the nest for quite a while. And these guys are days, if even hours old. Little bitty guys. Hard to imagine this guy getting 10 feet long.
Oh, my net, they're going right through my net. This year is the first year since Ike that things kind of got back to normal. We had more nesting than we had in probably 8 years this year. So that's a good sign for us.
It's really neat to see them, not only just to be able to see all these little baby alligators and be here just moments after they've hatched, but just to see our numbers rebound. Shows that we do have huntable numbers and we have a population that can support a hunt.
It's almost like Christmas morning, being a little kid waiting for Santa Claus to come.
You ready?
We're all pumped up and ready to go see what we got.
Woo! I had trouble sleeping last night. I was so excited about checking the lines. I think we're gonna have some gators on this morning.
Hey, we got one, guys.
Oh, we got one?
Yep.
Ooh, he pulled out all the line, too.
Here we go. He's not wanting to come now. Here we go. What do you think, he's 7 foot?
He's over 7 foot.
Oh, you're just anticipating, you don't really know what's on there. And he's pulling against you and you're fighting against him, and all of a sudden he shows up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Then it's on then. When he sees you, you see him. I am amped up. Adrenaline's pumping. All right, Spencer, whenever you get ready. Santa Claus was good.
Looks good. No line left.
In the end, it was a successful morning, as all three had a gator on the line.
All right. Alligator hunting it's just not like anything else I've ever done.
Hold on tight, Terry.
Okay. You know, there's one on the line and you start pulling me in and I don't know, you get anxious, you get excited, you get nervous. Not happy.
You don't know if you're gonna catch an alligator until you pull it up, and you really don't even know how big it's gonna be. Hold on. That's big. His tail's on the bottom. I can feel his tail kicking off the bottom. We were quite surprised today. We've got a good 8.5 footer, a 7.5 footer, and probably 6.5 footer.
Smile, smile, smile. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Good job.
This is a great experience. If you like to hunt and fish, or even if you're just interested in something that's completely different than maybe anything you've ever done, I would recommend it for sure for anybody who hadn't done it.